Hey everyone, Brian from Bear Bull Traders here. It is a Wednesday. What's the date today? It's the 14th of April. And we've had a pretty interesting week so far. We're more than halfway through here. And we had a real rotation today, real noticeable rotation back into the smaller caps, the IWM, which I was talking about having potential for that move on my weekend video. So let's take a look at the indexes and see how we finished out the day and where things might be going for here for the rest of the week. And so before we kick things off here, looking at the markets, let's take a look. This is my book on Amazon, How to Swing Trade, if you haven't checked it out. There it is. So let's get into the market analysis here and see where we're going for the rest of the week. Okay, so let's start out, look at the 10-year Treasury. Yields, you can see here, they're pretty much flat. This does not, I don't think this updates till a little bit later, but this is pretty much reflective of where we are right now. We seem to be just, sort of leveling out and just consolidating here in a range. Stochastics heading lower here. You can see the MACD is heading lower. So yeah, I don't expect any kind of a big move here. So sort of that concern is currently off the table. This is the TLT, and as you can see here, we had pretty much had an inside day on very light volume after it did jump up quite a bit on Tuesday, which meant the yields dropped on Tuesday. So again, really we're just in a pretty much tight trading range here, and we'll just have to keep an eye on it to see if it breaks one way or another. This is definitely curling up, which would indicate maybe we are heading for lower yields and higher bond prices. And the transports today, again, getting a little toppy here. We've had one top and then another top, so kind of a double top pattern. Really had a nice long extended run here, and as you can see, when you do get these nice extended runs and then you get kind of extended from the moving average, then you need to do some work to get back towards that moving average, work off some of that froth as it were, and then you can either break higher or head lower. But it looks like right now we're just going to maybe churn sideways here. We might have a bit of a sell-off if we don't make any headway. Some traders will decide to take some profits. You can see here the MACD is crossing over, and stochastics really overbought here, so due for a bit of a pullback anyway on the transports. And then if we get to the Dow, again, looks like we're putting in a bit of a top here today. We did finish up just barely on the day, but well off the high as we almost touched 34,000 there, 33,911. Again, volume sort of average for the last week or two, maybe a little bit less. And the IWM, this was the one that actually probably did the best on the day. We're up almost 1%. We were up a lot higher at one point. Tried to break out here out of this wedge or this pennant formation. We did manage to break out, but not great for the bulls if you're really hoping for a move higher. Not to say we won't continue to get one here, but well off the highs of the day, as I said. Volume building in that a bit, so there was some money maybe rotating into the small caps, and maybe we'll get a bit of a follow through. We do need to get above this, what is it, the 226-ish level. Yeah, would be pretty much clear sailing right back up to probably near the high here. So RSI turning up here, looks like we put in a bit of a double bottom. Stochastics strong. So good chance we go higher on the IWM. Here's where the money came out of, as you can see here, after we made an all-time high on Tuesday. Went out pretty close to the high of the day on Tuesday, but then opened up a little bit higher today and then really sold off here. So volume started to pick up a little bit, but still pretty anemic. Again, really overbought. Really this long extended run higher really needs a bit of a pullback here, and so I suspect we are going to get a bit of a pullback How much of a pullback we'll see tomorrow, I guess, if it holds this prior high, or if we're going to be heading down to somewhere in the 330 range before we bounce. And the SPY, sort of same story. Tried to get higher after Tuesday, tried to go higher and then sold off. Again, really overbought here. Stochastics up quite high. We're up over the 70 level on the RSI, so not surprising we are getting a bit of a pullback. Same comment. Getting a little bit of a distance from these moving averages here, so we need to do some work to get back closer to them. The dollar just, again, just continues to take a beating here. Sell off, sell off, sell off. And now we're down to the 50 moving average. Yeah, this should be good for emerging markets. It should be good for gold, but it hasn't been. So sometimes correlations work and sometimes they don't. We are getting really oversold here on the dollar. If you look at the stochastics here, this is quite often where you get these reversals when you get into this extreme oversold area. So at the very least, we could be due for a bit of a bounce here, and there is some support probably right here in the 20, right around this moving average here, 2460 level. Unfortunately, this doesn't move very much. 20 cents would be a big move on this particular index. So. And the VIX, we did get a real hard sell-off and then we came back. So kind of an interesting anomaly today, I guess, or divergence. We did have some sell-off on the SPY and the Qs, and so VIX did pop back up a little bit here after really selling off during the day. And stochastics, MACD, RSI, maybe all turning back up. So maybe we are going to get a bit more follow through here tomorrow on the VIX, see if it starts to pop back up here and get back to this level where it broke down. I kind of doubt it's going to get up that high, but it's possible. So as you know, we're back into earnings season here. Kicked off some earnings today with Wells Fargo and Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan. Most of them came out with some pretty good earnings today. I think a lot of people were expecting good earnings, but maybe better than even they had expected. So tomorrow we've got Bank of America, we've got Pepsi, we've got UNH, United Health Group, we've got Taiwan Semi, Delta, Citigroup. So the parade keeps on coming here. So a quick look at candles at a glance here for the sectors. Again, talked about the SPY already. Consumer discretionary really took a bit of a beating today here. Again, it was getting pretty overbought, and so getting pullback. I'd watch some of these pullbacks here. I think they'll get bought back up again, just a matter of looking for some kind of a bottoming pattern, maybe back at the 50 moving average. You may not get back that far, but again, technology getting really overbought here, so pulling back today. Industrials, again, really toppy action, but I think the overall trend is obviously still higher. Energy had a really good day today, so we have, you can see here, we kind of broke out from a bit of a descending triangle. So you draw the line along here and then draw the line along the top here. So that's a descending triangle, but we did have a breakout today. Did pull back a little bit here, unfortunately. It was too bad. It would have been a really good breakout if this had closed near the high. But we did get a big pullback during and towards the end of the day. Utilities breaking out again here. You can see we're still going higher. Financials, again, as I mentioned earlier, had a pretty good day overall. And yeah, real estate's again in a nice established uptrend. So still everything, all the sectors, pretty much all the indexes still in an uptrend. We're getting a bit of a pullback on the technology, the Q side of things, and maybe money rotating back into some small caps for the rest of the week here. So something to keep an eye on as we go through Thursday and Friday. So that's it, everyone. Let's take a look what the futures are looking right now. We've got 59 on the Dow. Everything's pretty much green at this point in time. So we'll see how things shake out as the companies start reporting before the market opens. I suspect we will gap up again tomorrow. And yeah, so let's see. And the treasuries, again, there's nothing really anything of note on these yields. They're all pretty much flat today. So and that's it. So we're, as always, starting the pre-market show, 8 o'clock with Jared engineering the markets, then 8:30 the pre-market show with Norm and Carlos, all live on YouTube. Hope to catch you all there, and we'll be, of course, trading the market open at 9:30. Have a great rest of the evening, everybody. Bye for now.